When the ball arrives at the feet of Vinícius Jr., a collective gasp ripples through the stadium. Fans lean forward, anticipating the explosion of pace that is sure to follow. In the minds of many, he is the undisputed king of speed, a human blur who leaves defenders trailing in his wake. The myth is powerful, built on countless moments of individual brilliance. We see him glide past opponents as if they are standing still, and the conclusion seems simple. He must be the fastest player in the world. But football is a game of details, of nuances often lost in the heat of the moment. We must ask, does this perception hold up under the cold, hard scrutiny of data? This is not opinion, it's science and measurement. To get to the truth, we must move beyond the eye test and delve into the official records. Sources like UEFA, which track Champions League performance, provide a wealth of information. Match reports are no longer just about goals and assists. They are treasure troves of biometric data, capturing every sprint, every turn, and every stride. Technology now lets us quantify what was once purely subjective. So we will put the myth to the test. We will examine the numbers, compare them to his elite peers, and separate the legend from verifiable facts. Let us begin this journey to find the real top speed of the Brazilian sensation. The narrative around Vinícius is compelling because it speaks to what we love about the game: raw, untamable talent. His speed feels different, more electric, because it is tied to decisive action. It is not just running for running's sake, it is speed with purpose, a weapon honed on the training grounds of Valdebebas and unleashed on the biggest stages. The common belief has merit, built on repeated, observable evidence. Defenders say he can change direction at full tilt without losing a fraction of a second. This is the foundation of the myth. But elite sport has many exceptional athletes with unique gifts. Saying one player is definitively the fastest demands a high bar of evidence. We must define what fastest means in a match. Is it the single highest recorded speed, or the ability to consistently hit near maximum velocity while dribbling through a crowd? The answer is complex and requires appreciating different facets of speed. Before crowning anyone, we must understand the methodology and context behind the numbers. Let us get straight to the point and look at the figures. Data from top-tier competitions. La Liga UEFA Champions League shows Vinícius Jr.'s capabilities. In many of the biggest matches, his top speed consistently falls in the 34-36 km/h range. A frequently cited figure is approximately 35.4 km/h, recorded in a high-stakes game. That's an elite number. It places him among world football's speedsters and confirms the blistering pace we see on screen. He operates at the sport's physical limits. But to understand it, we need context. How does he stack up against other pace merchants? Across European football, a few names post higher numbers. Kylian Mbappe, clocked up to 38 km/h. Adama Traore, recorded hitting extreme top speeds on explosive wing runs. So while Vinícius is exceptionally fast, the raw data suggests he may not be the absolute fastest ever recorded. He's in a very exclusive club, but perhaps not its sole president. This isn't to diminish him, it's to refine our understanding. The gap between 35 km/h and 38 km/h looks small on paper, but it's significant in elite sprinting. Vinícius's danger comes from more than straight-line speed. Others may have higher top-end speed, but few reach max velocity as quickly and crucially while maintaining control of the ball at that pace. The numbers are a baseline, a factual foundation for a fuller look at his athletic profile. He's a world-class sprinter, but not defined by that alone. These numbers can fluctuate. Top speed depends on many variables. Did the tactical setup allow long open-field sprints? Was he making recovery runs from deep, or operating in tight spaces in the final third? Players can go games without hitting top speed because the opportunity isn't there. So, a single game's numbers are a snapshot, not the full film. The consistency of hitting mid-30s km/h is itself proof of his reliable athleticism. To trust the numbers, we must first understand how they are obtained. The measurement of a player's top speed in modern football is a highly sophisticated process, far removed from the days of a coach with a stopwatch. Today, two primary technologies dominate the field: GPS tracking, optical tracking systems. Many clubs and leagues rely on GPS vests worn by the players, typically fitted between the shoulder blades. These devices contain a suite of sensors, accelerometers, gyroscopes that track a player's every movement, calculating their speed, distance covered, and acceleration rates with remarkable precision. The data is beamed in real time to analysts on the sideline, providing a constant stream of performance metrics. The other leading method is optical tracking. This system involves a series of high-resolution cameras installed around the stadium, high above the pitch. These cameras are calibrated to triangulate the position of every player on the field, as well as the ball, multiple times per second. Sophisticated software then processes this visual data to generate the same kind of physical metrics as the GPS systems, including top speed. The benefit of this method is that players do not need to wear any device. Both systems are designed to identify the single fastest moment for a player during the 90 minutes, often measured over a very short interval of just 1 or 2 seconds, and present that peak velocity in kilometers per hour. It is crucial to recognize that the context of the sprint matters immensely. A player's official top speed for a match might come from a 50-meter recovery run to stop a counterattack, where he is running in a straight line without the ball. This is a pure test of sprinting ability. However, another player might register his top speed during a 20-meter dribble, weaving past a defender. While the resulting number might be slightly lower due to the need to control the ball, the latter feat is arguably more impressive from a footballing perspective. This is why simply comparing the peak kilometers per hour numbers can sometimes be misleading if we do not consider the circumstances under which that speed was achieved. Furthermore, slight variations can exist between different tracking systems. The calibration of the cameras, the satellite signal strength for the GPS, and the specific algorithms used to process the data can all lead to minor discrepancies. This is why you might see slightly different top speeds reported for the same player by different sources. However, these systems are generally very reliable and provide a consistent and objective basis for performance analysis. They have revolutionized how we understand the physical demands of the game, allowing us to move beyond gut feelings and into the realm of empirical evidence. They give us the tools to finally answer questions about players like Vinícius with a high degree of confidence. Section 4. The anatomy of acceleration. What makes Vinícius so explosive? Vinícius Jr.'s effectiveness is not just about his top speed, but the combination of physical attributes that allow him to use it so devastatingly. The first element is his explosive start. He goes from a standing start to near maximum speed in just a few steps. Short burst acceleration. Other players may need a longer runway. Vinícius generates immense power in his first strides, giving him an immediate advantage. He can receive the ball, face up his opponent, and be past them in the blink of an eye. Fast twitch muscle fibers give him that instant takeoff. Another critical factor is his technique while running with the ball. Many fast players slow down when they dribble. Touching the ball usually creates deceleration. Vinícius keeps the ball incredibly close even at high speed. Small, rapid touches that don't disrupt his running. That synergy makes his speed functional, not track speed. Football speed, carrying the ball into dangerous areas, creating chaos for defenders. Balance and body control are fundamental. Low center of gravity, forward body lean to maximize momentum. Classic sprinting technique for acceleration and top speed. Allows him to change direction without losing balance. He can decelerate and re-accelerate fluidly, leaving defenders flat-footed. Low body lean, superb core strength, makes him hard to knock off the ball. The psychological element, timing. He knows when to apply his pace. He doesn't run aimlessly. He waits until a defender is off balance or a pocket of space opens behind the line. Read the game, anticipate movement, turning physical gifts into a tactical weapon. Speed without the brain would be less effective. The complete package, the explosive start, the masterful dribbling, the superior balance, the intelligent timing, that truly defines the threat he poses. Section 5. Myth versus fact. The final verdict on a generational talent. So we return to our original question. The journey through the data, the technology, and the biomechanics has been revealing. The myth, as we stated at the beginning, is that Vinícius Jr. is the fastest football player in the world, an untouchable force of pure velocity. This is the story told in the stands and in the headlines after another breathtaking performance. It is a simple, powerful narrative that captures the imagination of fans everywhere. The feeling he generates is one of ultimate speed, and this perception is born from the repeated evidence of him flying past some of the best defenders on the planet with apparent ease. The myth is strong because the visual evidence is so compelling. The facts, however, paint a more nuanced and, in many ways, a more interesting picture. Fact: Vinícius Jr. is one of the fastest players in elite football. This places him firmly in the global top tier of speedsters. Fact: some players like Kylian Mbappe have been recorded at slightly higher top speeds, reaching up to 38 kilometers per hour. Therefore, based on the pure, raw data of peak velocity, Vinícius is not definitively the single fastest. But, and this is the crucial point, his speed is arguably among the most effective in the world due to his ability to combine it with other elite skills. What limits his absolute top speed in matches? First, his primary role often involves dribbling, and the need to maintain control of the ball naturally shaves off a small fraction from his maximum potential speed. Second, the stop-start nature of football, with its constant changes of direction, means there are few opportunities for the long, uninterrupted sprints where a player might hit their absolute peak. Finally, fatigue is a real factor. A player's top speed will inevitably decline over the course of a demanding 90-minute match. The defensive tactics of the opponent, designed specifically to deny him space, also play a significant role in limiting his chances to run free. In the end, the truth lies somewhere between the myth and a simple number. Is Vinícius Jr. the fastest player in the world? In terms of raw, straight-line sprinting speed, the data suggests he is not, but he is incredibly close to the top. However, if the question is reframed to ask who is the most dangerous and effective speedster with the ball at his feet, he has a very strong claim to be number one. His true genius lies in his functional speed. The explosive acceleration, the flawless control while dribbling, and the intelligence to apply it at the perfect moment. Fans are right to be mesmerized. They are witnessing a unique talent who has weaponized pace in a way few others can.